This is a different camp. We're going to do some different things than others. I've trained almost everybody who does stuff in Houston anyway. And one of the things is that I'm really excited about, and I know we have people from out of state, but I'm from Texas. We have 20 kids this year that are on the McDonald's selection committee from the state of Texas. In the top 100, we have 20 kids from the state of Texas. That means Texas is getting even more competitive about being successful for college scholarships than ever before. So if you're doing this, and I hear everybody, I don't listen to them, but they just, man, this camp too expensive. This is too much. It's come out for Christmas. Give me a scholarship. Give me this. When you get that $100,000 scholarship to go to school, it's well worth it. Now, all of you may not become pros, but you get your education, which gets you a future, which doesn't lock you out to dream for the rest of your life. So I want you to get these, and we're going to do some different things, parents, for this camp. We're going to have yoga. We got yoga this time for the kids, because I believe stretching is critical for their future. So we're going to do some stroke, some yoga. We're going to do spark training, where there's a lot of training going on for their bodies. If you got a bad core and strength is the key. Brian and I were down there watching Baylor and Mississippi State. One thing I noticed was the size on all the college players. They're all getting bigger and stronger. So that's important too for you guys. This camp, Ron Briscoe, McDonald's voter, Tate Johnson, a scout evaluator. You're going to be evaluated from the time we start. When you came in today, you were being evaluated. All right, now we used to have 30 spots for the international camp. Took that away. All right, you're in a dogfight to get some spots for the international camp. Last year, we had some guys come over here, and this year, I hate to single him out, but he was very, very good in camp, and he's here now. Thong came, where did you come from? Australia. Came from Australia. And somebody called me, I was on a plane, and said, pull up your YouTube. Thong's on the YouTube. And then you showed up, then they went to somebody else. The only thing about basketball is each year there's a new star. Somebody's new every year in basketball. So I want you to understand it. As you go up the ladder, the more credit. The last point I'm gonna make is another friend of mine was on YouTube, Lil Winslow. He got a Yahoo and he dunked on a kid and saluted, and he was getting all these hits on his YouTube page. And he called me up and said, Coach, why they hating on me on YouTube? And I told him, I said, I never seen nobody bark at a parked car. They always bark at a moving car. If you going up the ladder, they talking about you. If you don't believe that, you in for a rude awakening. So as you go further up the ladder, people in this camp who couldn't come to this camp, tell you, man, you don't need this camp. They bullshitting. You know why? On every committee there is, I'm on it. Our staff is one of the best. We got guys that played all over the world, college coaches, some of the best. This isn't no money-making camp. By the time we leave here, I'm still gonna be owing people. So I ain't worried about that. I'm looking for the next star. All right. How important is being ranked in this process? Does that qualify? Like if I'm number 30, does that mean I'm a mid-major player? If I'm number 1, does that mean I'm a mid-major? And why is it that little guys are always ranked low and they can't be ranked number 1?
That's a great question. I may be the first recruiting service or scouting service to take the numbers off of my list. I'm wrestling with it. I know it's not appropriate. You got fighting tradition and all of that stuff. But to give you an example, the second part of this question was about the guards and the smaller guys. To give you an example of how unimportant ranking is and you guys spend all of your time so preoccupied trying to read these lists. First of all, things change every day. We don't have time to sit around and change the numbers every day. Oftentimes, I'm having conversations with college coaches, and I'm flat out telling them, my number 6 is better than my number 2. He's a better fit. College coaches don't recruit numbers. They recruit players. The numbers are nothing but just a guideline. You know, it's kind of like our GPS and our maps and stuff, just to get you in the area of where you need to be. I use other recruiting services list and numbers just so I can see them. I walk in here, they hand me a list. It doesn't make me any different what order they're in or whatever. I trust my own eyes. College coaches, you can't. I once heard John Urie say this: you cannot fool college coaches. While y'all at work and y'all are doing whatever it is that you do for a living, all we're doing, we're talking on the phone, we're watching games, we're watching tape, we're looking at it, we're thinking about it. A lot of times people are the one to say, Branch, why do you go to college games, NCAA games? I go to NCAA games to see how far you are away from being what this is. So don't get caught up in rankings. Keep working hard. That's another thing. Boy, as soon as somebody gets ranked, the coach, they want to walk around with their chest stuck out. You know how many busts there been in the top 10?
And there's a lot of people who end up in the wrong schools because they turn their kids over to somebody who really don't know. Now, I got to learn from, I'm talking about personal experience. When you get ready to get a coach, find out about the coach. Don't just like the coach because he got a winning team. He may be crazy to play for. You got to find out if you fit that system. But more importantly, with it being so competitive now, because there's another 8th grade camp somewhere else, another one international, you got to find out how to brand yourselves. And parents, you got to find out and make an investment in branding your kid and getting your information out and not depend on your AAU coach to get it in July for you.
And then the final reason why I'm here today is that I really want to congratulate John. This is the first time I've had an opportunity to come out and really take a look at the wonderful work that he's doing. And so having said that, one of the things that we're looking to do with our NBA Top 100 camp, we're looking to create or establish a relationship with John whereby John will be on our staff in terms of helping us identify the talent that we extend invitations to at our Top 100 camp. And the reason I'm saying that, when Duke was talking to you guys earlier, the one thing that should have stood out for you is that he said, you never know who's watching you, and that's so true, and so having said that, you always want to, carry yourself in a very professional manner. When you're at these type of events, you always want to display a very good attitude, and you want to work hard. You want to work extremely hard. One thing about life, and you'll learn this as you get older, is that oftentimes you can beat the next guy sitting next to you just by outworking it. You may not have greater skill, or more skill or talent than he does, but oftentimes you can outwork it.
Now, a little bit about iHoops, which is the youth basketball organization put together by the NBA and the NCAA. The two most powerful entities in basketball came together to help young people. Anybody ever heard of iHoops.com? Cool. It's a resource center. It's a place where you can go and you can find tips on drills. You can find tips about coaching. You can find tips for your parents to help you out as far as being a basketball player. You can also go on there and read some information about basketball. There's this one guy on there. He has a blog. It's called Duke's Diary. That would be my diary. You can read that. It's about basketball. It's about just helping you out. A lot of kids, a lot of people your age want to know and want to have help as far as basketball is concerned. You guys don't know where to go look for it, so they made iHoops. iHoops is for the youth basketball community. Parents, if you need tips that you're coaching, or say you want to get into coaching, or say you just want to go in the backyard and do a couple drills with your son, hey, you can go on there, look at some of the drills, go in the backyard or go to the park and do that. We also have a coaching certification program. You want to get into coaching? Hey, you can go on there. You can take our coaching certification program. You can go through the course, get your certificate, and you're a legitimate coach for youth basketball. So it's a place for grassroots basketball for people to go and find out and get help and be a resource. I mean, we're all in the technology age. Everybody wants to get online. Hey, we built a community. You know, the NBA and the NCAA, they put a bunch of money together, built this website, built a community for you. They didn't do it for me, they did it for you guys. They want to help you because they understand the game is growing overseas, and those people, they go to school all day and play basketball. You guys go to school and sit in the classroom for 8 hours, they go play basketball for 8 hours, and then go to school for 4. You guys do the reverse. So they built this community, and they did things like that to help the game and help you guys out. But you guys, and I guarantee you, we talked about it earlier, if we had a videotape of what Kobe Bryant does in the gym, you guys would come in here and do it religiously. Right or wrong? Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, if we showed y'all what they do in the gym, Kevin Durant, you guys would do it religiously. Am I right or wrong? Right? If you could work out, now how many, everybody raise your hand. If you had a chance to work out with Kevin Durant's personal trainer, Kobe Bryant's personal trainer, LeBron James' personal trainer, would you work out with him? Everybody raise your hand if you could. How much effort would you give that trainer? A lot? If everybody would go as hard as they could with that trainer, raise your hand. And I don't like telling kids this, but all of y'all are telling me a tale. The reason why? He's standing right there. Raise your hand. No, he's being biased. The guy from Indianapolis, the bald head guy with the white shirt on, raise your hand. Mr. Chris Thomas. Come here, boss. Come here, boss. Give it up for Chris Thomas. Give it up. Because see, you guys don't know who's watching y'all. Kevin Durant comes to Indianapolis sometimes in the summertime to work out, correct? Eric Gordon. I believe you've been in the gym with Kobe Bryant before, correct? I'm sure he's been in the gym with LeBron James before. If I had to argue it, he may be, and I'm going to say he is, the #1 trainer in the world. In the world. I'm going to go ahead and put my money on it, in the world. He was up at 3 o'clock this morning with me, catching a flight just to come down here to help you guys. And you had no clue who he was. But you just told me you would give maximum effort if you could work out with their personal trainers. Fellas, you getting it. You getting it. Trust me, your parents didn't pay what Kevin Durant pays. Your parents didn't pay what Eric Gordon pays. O.J. Mayo. I mean, the list could go on with DJ White. I mean, a host of NBA players, a host of college players. And he came down here to work with 7th and 8th graders today.
I'm here instructing yoga for John Lucas at his camp today. We want to add flexibility to the guys. You know, a lot of times athletes have a lot of tight hips or hamstrings or have injury. And what yoga does is it opens up the body. We teach them how to breathe properly and just help them reduce any type of injury.
I see some talented guys. Everybody's not going to be ready. Some people are going to be ready. Some people are going to be late bloomers. But so say John Lucas, I have an eye for talent. And that's why he has me here. So I should be able to figure out, you know, down the road, because I'm not going to just watch you today. I'm going to watch you tomorrow. And I'm gonna follow you. I'm going to follow your progress. I'm going to ask questions. And like I said, I'm the type of guy that really likes to know if you're a good student, if you're good in the community, if you're good at school. How do you treat your teachers? How do you treat your teammates? Do you listen? Do you talk back? All those things are there in my evaluation. I mean, I understand, you know, you got to be goofy and you got to act up at times, but hey, when you're here and your mom and dad are investing all this kind of money in you, hey, you should be able to come out here and perform and get it done right.